everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Speakeasy English Podcast, your place for daily life English and real conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. We're really glad you pressed play today. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're walking somewhere. Maybe you're just lying on your bed, looking at the ceiling.
But you're not alone here.
If you're going to look at the ceiling and think about life, you might as well do it with some English in your ears.
Exactly. Your plans might feel messy right now, but your listening practice is still going well.
Sarah, you sound extra calm today. Usually you're more energetic. What happened?
Honestly, lately I've been feeling a little lost myself. So today I told myself, don't pretend everything is perfect. Just be real.
I understand that. I also have days when I do my normal routine, but inside I'm thinking, where am I going? What am I doing?
Yes, like your feet are moving, but your heart doesn't know the direction.
And we know many of you feel this too. Life keeps moving, time keeps passing, but inside you feel stuck or unsure about your path.
That's why today's topic matters to us. We're talking about feeling lost in life and how this feeling might not be a failure, but actually the start of something new.
We'll share our own stories and give you small, gentle ideas you can try this week.
If you enjoy learning with us, please like this video and subscribe to Mr. Speakeasy English.
And we'd love to read your comments too. You can write something simple, like, I'm, your name, from your country, and one time I felt lost was when...
This episode is B1 level, so the language stays clear, but the ideas today are a little deeper and more emotional.
If you're a strong beginner, stay with us too. You might not catch every word, but your ears will get stronger.
All right, let's take one deep breath together and start talking about that lost feeling.
Sarah, have you ever had a moment when you suddenly thought, wait, is this really my life?
Yes, very clearly. I can still see it like a small movie in my mind. It was a normal evening a few years ago. I was sitting on my sofa after work, still in my work clothes.
Normal evening, normal job, normal day.
From the outside, everything looked fine. Stable job, nice apartment, friendly coworkers. My family was proud. My friends said, wow, that's a good life.
So on paper, it all looked safe and successful.
But that evening, I just sat there, looking at the wall. I didn't move. My body was still, but my mind was saying, I don't want to do this tomorrow or the next day.
That's a heavy thought.
Inside my head, I thought, is this it? Is this how the next 10 years will feel? Wake up, work, come home, repeat. And that thought hit me hard.
Wow. I had a similar moment. But for me, it wasn't on a sofa. It felt more like I was standing in a foggy field.
A foggy field?
Yes. Imagine you can't see very far in any direction. I kept walking forward, but I couldn't tell if I was going the right way.
That image is so strong.
And the hardest part was, everyone around me seemed to know where they were going. They had clear plans, and I felt like the only one standing there in the fog, with no direction at all.
That's such a lonely feeling. Everyone with a clear path, and you standing in fog.
It felt really uncomfortable, like wearing shoes that are slightly too small. Not terrible, but never quite right.
And that uncomfortable feeling, I'm stuck, I don't fit, it's actually important.
Important how?
Because it can be a signal, a quiet alarm inside you, saying, hey, something needs to change here.
It hurts though.
Yes, it can. But it's also powerful. Because when you finally stop and ask, what am I doing? Is this really my life? That's when clarity can begin.
It's like standing at a crossroads. 2 or 3 roads in front of you. And for the first time, you see you actually have a choice.
And often, it's not because you made bad choices before. Many times, it's simply because you listened to too many other voices and stopped listening to your own.
Let's talk about those other voices for a moment.
Right. Voices like parents, teachers, friends, even strangers online. Everyone has an opinion about what you should do with your life.
It's like standing in a busy market, and everyone is shouting advice at you.
And after a while, your brain becomes that noisy market too.
So many voices, so much noise, and slowly your own voice gets quieter.
I remember my family group chat when I finished school. Every aunt, every uncle had a different plan for my future.
What did they say?
One said, be a teacher. It's stable. Another said, no, business. You'll earn more. And I was there, staring at my phone, thinking, does anyone want to know what I actually like?
That's so real. So many people talking about your life, but not really listening to your heart.
That's when I started thinking about the idea of an inner compass.
An inner compass?
Yes, we all have a small compass inside us, not made of metal, but made of feelings, your gut, your instinct.
And that compass quietly points to what feels honest for you?
Exactly. Maybe creativity, maybe freedom, maybe family. But if that compass turns just slightly away from your true direction, not a big turn, just a little, after a few years, you can end up far from the life you actually wanted.
And you wake up thinking, wait, whose dream am I actually living? Mine or someone else's?
That was me at university. I didn't choose from my heart. I chose a subject that sounded impressive.
What happened?
People smiled and said, wow, that's a strong choice. You'll have a great future. So from the outside, it looked like I was winning.
But inside?
Inside, I felt like a robot. I went to class, took notes, passed exams, but there was no spark, no real joy.
That's why it's so important to sometimes stop and check your inner compass, to stand still for a moment and ask, where is it really pointing?
You can ask yourself a simple question. Am I doing this because I truly want to, or because I think I'm supposed to?
Small sentence, but it can change how you see your whole life.
And when you slowly turn down the volume of those outside voices, something new appears.
The thing many of us try to avoid, uncertainty.
Let's talk about that big thing, not knowing what comes next. We humans really love plans, right?
We do. Calendars, to-do lists, 5-year plans. It makes us feel safe when we think we know the next step.
And when we don't know, our brain gets nervous.
Like when your internet stops for a second and the video just keeps loading. That little circle spins and you feel impatient.
That loading feeling is a bit like uncertainty. You're between two things, old and new, and nothing feels clear yet.
But here's the gentle twist. Uncertainty isn't always an enemy. Sometimes it's like an empty room.
An empty room?
At first, it feels strange and cold,
But it's also a space where you get to decide what to put inside.
I really felt that when I left a job that didn't feel right anymore. I didn't have a perfect plan B. I just had this heavy feeling of I can't stay here.
so from the outside, it probably looked risky, leaving something safe with no clear next step.
People said, "Are you sure? This seems risky." And I thought, maybe they're right. maybe I'm being silly.
But then,
The next few months were surprisingly quiet and deep. I walked more, I read books I always wanted to read, I tried small new things. For the first time in a long time, I actually listened to my own thoughts.
So it was like stepping out of a noisy party into a quiet garden.
Exactly. At first, the silence feels uncomfortable. Then slowly, you start to hear your own heartbeat again.
And little by little, a new direction starts to appear. Not in one big moment, but like the sun slowly rising.
That's the strange gift of uncertainty. When things aren't fixed, we become curious again. We ask better questions instead of just running on autopilot.
So if you feel unsure right now, maybe it's not proof that you failed. Maybe it's just proof that you're standing on a bridge.
You don't need to see the whole map of your future. Just stay open, stay curious.
And to even guess what that something new could be, you have to look at what really matters to you.
Right, your values. Not your job title, not your grades, not how many likes you get online.
Values like family, freedom, learning, kindness.
You can ask yourself, what 3 things do I deeply care about? Often, when we feel lost, it's because we quietly drifted away from those values, step by step.
I had a season exactly like that. I was so busy being productive, answering messages quickly, finishing tasks, that I stopped doing the things that made me feel alive.
Like what?
Like calling old friends, taking slow walks, having deep conversations. Those things always gave me energy, but I kept telling myself, no time, no time.
So you were doing a lot, but not doing the things that made you feel like yourself.
Exactly. Looking back, I realized I had drifted away from what made me.
And when you slowly walk back to your values, even in small ways, things don't magically become perfect, but something feels more honest.
And once you know what matters most, the next step isn't some big dramatic change.
It usually starts with something very small.
This is where micro goals come in. Tiny goals that still count. Like baby steps for your life.
On some days, I didn't feel like doing anything big, so I made the goal tiny. Just write 1 sentence today, or just go for a 10-minute walk.
I connect with that. I had days when my only goal was get out of bed and drink 1 glass of water. That was my big win.
And you know what? That is a win.
Because that one small action gave me a tiny sense of progress. And progress builds momentum.
Momentum is like the push that keeps a bicycle moving after you start pedaling.
We often think change has to look like an elevator going straight up. But real change is more like stairs. Small steps, one by one.
Even 1 English sentence spoken out loud every morning can slowly change your confidence.
And even when you start taking small steps, some days still feel heavy. That's when people become really important.
Sarah, when you felt lost, did someone help you?
Yes. One of the best things I did was send an honest message to a friend. Not the I'm fine version, the real one.
I wrote, "Hey, I feel really confused about my life right now. Can we talk?" My hand was actually shaking before I pressed send.
I know that feeling. Your finger over the send button, thinking, is this too much? Am I being dramatic?
I thought all of that, but I sent it anyway. And when we talked, she didn't try to fix everything. She just listened and said, "I get it. I felt like that too."
And suddenly, you didn't feel so alone.
Exactly. Sometimes just knowing one person understands you makes everything feel lighter.
That person can be a friend, a mentor, a family member, or even an online community like this one listening right now.
And when you share your journey with someone, you start to feel more accountable, responsible to show up, because someone believes in you.
So if you're listening right now and feeling alone, maybe this is your sign. You're not weak for needing support. You're brave for asking for it.
And when you take those small steps, something beautiful slowly appears. Your own lost and found story.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Last year, I started something small. I called it my Lost and Found journal. On one side of the page, I'd write down moments when I felt stuck or confused.
And on the other side?
I wrote what I found in those moments. Sometimes patience, sometimes a new idea, sometimes an important new friend.
So when you looked back, you realized you weren't just lost.
I was changing, growing, becoming a different version of myself.
I really love that picture. Your life as a little lost and found office. You lose something, but you also find something new.
Maybe today you can think of one time you felt lost and ask, what did I find there?
Those moments are worth celebrating. Not with big fireworks, but with soft kindness. A small smile. A deep breath.
I'm still on my way. And that's enough for today.
That gives me goosebumps, honestly.
Now, let's slow down and go through today's key words together in our word tour.
Our first phrase is heart to heart. A deep, honest conversation, not small talk.
For example, I had a heart-to-heart with my friend about my future.
Next word, regret. A sad feeling about something you did or didn't do.
For example, I regret not starting English earlier.
Next, uncertainty. When the future isn't clear and you feel unsure.
For example, there's a lot of uncertainty in my life right now.
Next word, curious. Wanting to know or learn more about something.
For example, I'm curious about life in another country.
Next, drift. To move slowly without clear direction, like a boat with no driver.
For example, I drifted away from what was important to me.
Next word, momentum. The energy that keeps you moving forward once you start.
For example, I lost my momentum with English, but I want to start again.
Next, breakthrough. Big progress after struggling for some time.
For example, after many tries, he had a breakthrough in speaking English.
Next word, accountable. Responsible for your actions.
For example, my study group helps me stay accountable.
Next, mentor. A person who guides you and helps you grow.
For example, my teacher became my mentor during a difficult time.
Next word, milestone. An important step or event in your journey.
For example, finishing my first English book was a big milestone for me.
Next, detour. A different, longer way you take when the normal road is blocked.
For example, I took a detour and studied something different for a few years.
Next word, goosebumps. Small bumps on your skin when you feel a strong emotion.
For example, her story gave me goosebumps.
Next, perspective. The way you see or understand something.
For example, traveling changed my perspective on life.
Next word, autopilot. Doing things without thinking, just habit, no real feeling.
For example, I don't want to live on autopilot anymore.
And our final word, crossroads. A point in life where you must make an important decision.
For example, I felt like I was at a crossroads. Stay in my job or start something new.
So today's words were heart to heart, regret, uncertainty, curious, drift, momentum, breakthrough, accountable, mentor, milestone, detour, goosebumps, perspective, autopilot, and crossroads.
If you didn't catch every word, that's okay. You can listen to this part again slowly, like a mini lesson.
And if you want a small challenge, choose one word and make your own sentence with it.
If you're still here with us at the end of this episode, we just want to say, we're proud of you.
Whether you feel lost, or slowly finding your way, or already walking on a new path, you showed up today, and that counts.
If this episode helped you, please like the video and subscribe to Mr. Speakeasy English.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Stay kind to yourself.
And keep going, one small, gentle step at a time. This is Mike.
This is Sarah, and you've been listening to Mr. Speakeasy English. Bye for now.